the media know where Kenyans are right now. It's not a matter of rocket science. What Kenyans are saying, where they are, and who they believe is fighting for their rights. Yes. It is Raila Amolo Odinga and Azimio. We've just come from Murang'a and the reception was clear.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I'm glad you're well from wherever you watch this channel. Now, Rechael Shebesh has resurfaced after quite some time. And Rechael Shebesh has had a message to Sabina Chege, as the people who unfairly reaped the gains of Azimio One Kenya Alliance and decided to shortchange Azimio One Kenya Alliance. So Rechael Shebesh, in a company of Jeremiah Kioni and a host of other Jubilee leaders, went to a press conference and decided to roast Sabina Chege. Now, before we talk about that part, please, if you're first-time viewer, you're not subscribed to this channel, please just hit the subscribe button, and you can also hit the like button so that this video gets to be shared widely. So, we know that Rechael Shebesh has been a die-hard supporter of Raila Amolo Odinga, and Rechael Shebesh reiterated the fact that Raila Amolo Odinga is the only leader who is doing something to make the lives of the people of Kenya meaningful and affordable. So, Rechael Shebesh decided to roast Sabina Chege, and she was short of saying that Sabina Chege is a political, I don't want to talk about that word, but for this case, I just have to refer to it as political prostitute. That's what he said. I mean, she literally said that. Because Sabina Chege has been jumping from one corner to the other, one day talking about this, tomorrow talking about that. You see, there was this case of being de-whipped. It is alleged that Sabina Chege said, she made an unfortunate remark, saying that sina akili to an extent that nezataka whip Azimio. This to me, naona kama ni madharau. One thing, you don't want to leave that position, the party whip position. On the second side, you are talking bad about the party that has given you that nomination, the party that also gave you that appointment as a whip, minority whip in the Senate. So he is what we term as madharau of a high level. So Rechael Shebesh decided to roast Sabina Chege, and this is what Rechael Shebesh said.
Sorry, I won't keep you long. Just to affirm what our Secretary General has said, and to also say that maybe as a party, we have been very patient. We have followed the decorum, but sometimes enough is enough. Yes. I think those of you who are in the media know where Kenyans are right now. It's not a matter of rocket science. What Kenyans are saying, where they are, and who they believe is fighting for their rights. Yes. It is Raila Amolo Odinga and Azimio. We've just come from Murang'a and the reception was clear. So this is what I think is important to what has happened to our party. The moment you look like you're moving from one party to the other for convenience and probably for gain, you lose respect of Kenyan people. Kenyans are no longer stupid. Or they have never been, we've just assumed as politicians they are. So those on that side who have tried to hijack this party, believe me, your CVs are not good with the people, even from where you come from. And most of you know that if it was not for Raila Odinga and the Azimio team, not only would you not have won the seats that you are members of parliament of, but neither would you have been nominated. If I were you, because I've been in politics with you for long, I would be very ashamed. I would be extremely ashamed, and I would be looking for advice. But you certainly will not get that advice in UDA. I wish even you had thought of something else. But moving from Jubilee to go to an UDA meeting in State House where they were booed. I don't know why media sometimes you hide things.
You have it. Now, going forward, this story that whether Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is not with the Jubilee, I think this case should not be put to rest, because that is enough. When you see Rechael Shebesh, whenever you see Rechael Shebesh, that is where Uhuru belongs. Where you see Jeremiah Kioni, that is where Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's heart belongs. So Rechael Shebesh has put the record straight on who owns Jubilee Party. Of course, other people are on a destruction path of Jubilee. They want to finish Jubilee completely. But that is something that is not happening, because Jeremiah Kioni may stand firm and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is still firm. So that is why this issue of Jubilee ni kitu ambayo inapatia William Ruto changamoto kubwa sana, na Rigathi Gachagua pia changamoto kubwa sana. Because the only way for Rigathi Gachagua to have something meaningful ni Jubilee Party ikufe. Lakini imekataa kukufa. Maybe Rigathi Gachagua would like to take this Jubilee and become a party leader, but that's not happening. That is the reason why unaona kwamba frustrations nyingi za Rigathi Gachagua zinaonekana. Frustrations especially in Mount Kenya zinaongezeka na zinaongezeka by the day. In fact, that explains why that Northland attack happened. The stealing of the ships and burning of the forest. Those were the workings of these rebels of Jubilee. The rebels, you know them. They were trying to frustrate Uhuru Kenyatta, lakini wakawa exposed completely mpaka saizi wamenyamaza. So this press statement has sought to set the record straight that Jubilee Party still belongs to Uhuru and the Jeremiah Kioni team. In that press statement, there is also an allegation of the COVID-19 case, money. It is alleged that Sabina Chege, Kanini Kega, and a host of other rebels wako na hii kesi ya COVID-19, na ndio maana unawakuta kwamba kila saa wako status, na other people have not accommodated them. Why haven't they resigned then? If they don't want Jubilee, why haven't they resigned and joined UDA? And why is it that inaonekana wazi from the statements, inaonekana wazi kwamba in the Jubilee meeting, in the UDA meeting in State House, it is alleged that Sabina Chege and Kanini Kega were booed. They were booed. I think it was over those statements that they used to make during campaigns. That is why they were booed. So that's why you find that Sabina Chege anakaa confused. Ajui hata yuko wapi. One leg ako UDA, the other leg ataki kuachilia Jubilee. So that means this is a person who doesn't know what to do next. It is explained in that body language of Sabina Chege.
Members of the press, you can see Jubilee is here.
Yeah.
As our Secretary General has alluded, those guys you saw yesterday were doing their presser, I don't know, somewhere maybe in the bush, because I was just seeing trees. This is where Jubilee is. And members of the press, please be captioning what is right. Usiwage unaandika ile tu ambaye unafikiria ama umeambiwa nini. Look, this is where we have all kind of people. The people you saw there, where they were all in suits, walikuwa wametoka kwa maofisi. But here is where you are seeing hata wale watu wa chini. Jubilee is not made up from watu wa masutu wa maofisi peke yake. This is where we have the grassroots leaders here from Mathare. We have grassroots leaders from Embakasi. But in that group, whom can you tell me who came from the slums or from anywhere in Nairobi?
Yeah.
The party is not made up by people who are in offices. The party is made up from people who are down there. As you can see, here we are behind our party leader, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and our Secretary General, Jeremiah Kioni. And please caption that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a message that has been sent directly to these rebels, that he chama Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta bado ndio the party leader, and this chama ni chama ya Mount Kenya. Honestly speaking, Jubilee Party itakuwa re-engineered and it will still grow, because there are people who feel shortchanged in the UDA. They will want to come back to Jubilee and make Jubilee a party, a formidable party, because in 2027 haitakuwa walking the path in the Mount Kenya. UDA will not sweep the Mount Kenya like it did. I'm foreseeing a scenario where by now Jubilee tarudi, and so that it can sweep the whole of Mount Kenya. So, ladies and gentlemen, kindly tell us what you think about this analysis below the comment section. Do you think Sabina Chege's move is justifiable? Ama yeye ni wale kigeugeu vigeugeu? Kindly tell us below the comment section. Once again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.